Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again, and it is. First of all, I just want to say I apologize for this video being late on Monday. Had a busy day at work, a lot going on today, so um, very tired, but I wanted to get it in. It is Hangover Monday. Hate Hangover Mondays because it means that we lost. A hangover always means that there's a loss. Now, there's plenty of things to talk about in this game with the New England Patriots and why the Cowboys lost 9-13, which is a weird score, might I add, but I never thought that it would be like that. But again, it's any given Sunday and things happen. So it's a real quick turnaround. So normally you get your little 48 hours to get over a game. It's more so even less than a day to get over a game when you playing that next week. Actually, only a couple of days after, 4 days after going into Thanksgiving week, and you're playing on Thursday at 4:30 on Thanksgiving against the Buffalo Bills. Now, thank God it's a home game, and the Cowboys get that every year for Thanksgiving. But I look at the next two games; they have a great chance of winning these next two games if they play their cards right, if they stop doing some of the things that they're doing. But I feel like at this point, who am I kidding? Cowboys shoot themselves in the foot every week. And as a fan, we always question ourselves like, why do we keep following this team? Why do we keep rooting for this team? Why do we keep giving this team the benefit of the doubt? Now, I've said this many times before. We have a lot of talent on this team. Other teams know the talent that we have on this team. They know what our flaws are. Our fan base knows what our flaws are. So why can't we just make the necessary adjustments to make this team the way it should be? Um, I feel like this team, talent wise, is 9-2. Coaching wise, we're 2-9, which balances out to you being a 6-5 football team. So based on what I said, what does that tell you? There need to be changes at coaching. We have changed a lot of things with this team over the years. We've changed quarterbacks. We've changed defensive players. We've changed offensive players. We completely changed our wide receiver core. Completely. Des Bryant is gone. T. Will is gone. He's now in the XFL. Cole Beasley is with the very team we're going to play against this Thanksgiving. And he's doing pretty good with the Bills. Alan Hearns is with the Dolphins, and they re-signed him, and he's going to be doing things for him. And he scored a touchdown in yesterday's game as well. This team does not, coaching wise, does not know how to utilize the players that they have. Um, but before I get into that, let me not get ahead of myself. Let's talk about this game for a second. So you look at this Patriots game. Going into it, I was optimistic about how if we did the necessary things and made sure that we played sound and not make mistakes, we could have easily won this game. Not easily, but we definitely could have pulled the game out, I believe. Um, you look at how the Patriots were playing, the Tom Brady was playing on offense. They only scored 13 points on you. And the only passing touchdown they got was because of special teams, our special teams' fault. And you gave them a short field. You gave them a short field. If you Tom Brady's type quarterback, if you give him any type of leeway, he's going to exploit it. So the game could have been worse. I believe that if it wasn't rainy weather, I think the game would have been worse because Tom Brady probably would have played better. There were botched snaps on both sides. I can take the excuse of the weather on that aspect because it wasn't good on both sides of the ball. Julian Edelman, sure enough, played like it didn't matter. He caught everything that was thrown to him. Um, I'm sorry, I'm just a little disappointed. Like it's hard, man. It's hard to do videos week in and week out. I tell you this, at least we're not the Bengals, right? 0-11. What do you think their YouTubers talking about? I don't even know if they even have any Bengal YouTubers, but whatever. Um, Over there talking about the Bengals. Our fan base, we're used to a standard. We're used to. I'm not gonna say we're used to winning because we've been technically mediocre since we won the Super Bowls in the '90s. But let's talk about. We're just talking about this decade. We're just talking about the Jason Garrett era. And you look at the miscues in the game, the miss field goal kick. I think it was a 48 yarder earlier in the game by Brett Maher, doinked off of the. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It doinked off the upright. Then you look at the almost block punt. But you got to give Matthew Slater credit. 34 years old, been with the Patriots for 12 years. I mean, what other player you know that the Patriots keep for 12 years and is not a dynamic offensive or defensive player? He's a forever special teams guy, and he's probably one of the best, if not the best, special teams players in the league. Um, those two erroneous calls about tripping against Travis Frederick and Tyron Smith. You go back and look at the replay, you could clearly see his leg wasn't even near him to even trip. Plays that are not called normally. You don't see that being called like that. I can say what tripping was called maybe 4 times throughout the league, and 2 of those were the Dallas Cowboys in one game. What are the odds of that? Like, and then I see the article today that comes out when the refs are saying, and the NFL brought it out that those plays shouldn't have those calls shouldn't have happened. Well, shit, it's too late now. We already lost the game. You should have took that opportunity at that time to review it and use some damn common sense and realize that his foot wasn't there. What I'll be wondering what they be looking at. We all see the replay when it shows up on the big screen, especially when they're playing at home because they got the jumbotron. So how could you miss that? How could you watch the replay and still think that that was right? Again, it's hard for me not to say that there's bias against the Cowboys. It's really hard for me not to assume crazy things like that because it's like it's so erroneous to see that situation like that, like a play like that happen. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. That's what it is. I tell you this: when 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 we're sitting there watching the game, I know you guys were thinking the same thing. Like tripping where? But they always do that. They always be like, "Oh, we apologize." The refs need to be held accountable. They need to get fined. They need to get money taken out of their pocket. They need to get suspended from games themselves because, look, until you learn how to be a right ref and call a game right, you don't deserve to be on that field refing that game. You don't deserve to be cutting that check. So it's just because you cost teams wins and losses in that situation, and I just feel like leaving yourself. Well, also you would also say that you don't want to give the refs the opportunity to get you in that situation, meaning you need to score when you get the ball and do what you need to do on the field. I get that as well. They always say no excuses, but look, when it's something that ridiculous, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it because I'm pretty sure any team that was on the bad end of that situation would have felt the same way. So it is what it is. Now, granted, we still could have played better. Ezekiel Elliott ran the ball a little bit more in this game. He got a couple of chunk yards and things of that nature. I told you guys don't worry about Zeke. It's just teams are just checking him. That's what it is. And it's going to be different every week because every team has a different type of defense that can stop certain things, but can't, and then other teams can't stop the other. So you just got to look at it from that standpoint. Um, that Amari Cooper, I guess I can't fight that one because that one was a correct call. Where the no catch, where it was 4th and 11, Dak threw a beautiful pass in the middle to Amari Cooper, and he stretches out to try to get the ball, but it just the way the ball hit the ground, and you can't. It's not a catch if the ground helps you catch the ball. It just doesn't work that way. So because those are the rules, those are the rules. So 4th and 11, didn't get it. That was pretty much the game. When they called that back, I said, "Well, I'm gonna head on out because we're not gonna win now." But I just feel like we had opportunities that were blown opportunities in this game, and we just got to do better. Now I probably sound like Jason Garrett. Speaking of post game, Jason Garrett says the same old thing in the post game. We've got to do better as a team. We got to do better as a coaching staff. We just didn't get it done. This and that. Keep saying the same thing over and over again. It's almost like he don't know what he's talking about. It's almost like he doesn't really care. It's almost like he's just, I'm just a coach. I've been here 10 years. I'm taking it for granted. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry, it's been a long day. So, you look at then you look at Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones comes out and he just has the longest rant ever. Which to me, the timing just doesn't make sense. But these are things that we've been dealing with, not just this season, but in past seasons. Jerry Jones said himself, I shouldn't have to be this frustrated with a team that's 6-4 at the time, 6-5 now with that loss to New England. But you look at the talent level on this team, and you're just like, okay, well, the players do need to execute better sometimes. They make mistakes, yes, but the fact that Jason Garrett, this is the biggest knock on Jason Garrett, is the preparation. You still have to come in and prepare these guys for battle. You have to prepare these guys for war. Because you look at a team like New England, they got it going on over there. They know how to put things in perspective and let you know this is what it is, and we're going to win as a team, and we're going to do this together, and everybody's on the same page. But we got this young squad of players, and I just feel like Jason Garrett isn't aggressive enough. Yeah, he might do that stuff like an all or nothing and say to throw the F-bomb here and there and this and that. But I just don't think, I just look at Jason Garrett and I just don't see him as a type of coach that's a motivator like that. He's been the coach too long for this team, and a lot of these players that's been on this team for a while, it's almost like they tune him out. It's like, look, we hear this over and over again. Tired of it. I just think that the Cowboys need a fresh start just to have a fresh start. You've changed pretty much everything on your coaching staff. You got a different linebackers coach. You got a different tight ends coach. You got a different offensive line coach. You got a different OC with the latest, firing of Scott Linehan. And to go to show you, it should tell you something that he's not even working for anybody right now. So, who under Jason Garrett, coaching wise, have done anything after they left the Cowboys or after they left up from under the Garretts? Absolutely nobody. So it makes you wonder, what is the philosophy? What is being told to this team? Because again, it's the narrative every week. We keep talking about this every week, and it's like, it's the same thing. These slow starts in games. Trying to play from behind. Making bad decisions in certain situations of the game, and it's just like, okay, that's on Jason Garrett. He's the one that makes that call. Regardless of Kellen Moore calling the plays or not, when it comes to 2-minute drill, when it comes to hurry up offense and everything that you're doing, situational, you got to fix that. And we haven't had problems with special teams before. When Joe DeCamillis was the coach, everything was fine. When we had the guy after that, same thing. Like we did our thing. But Keith O'Quinn, I don't know. People thought that Keith O'Quinn was going to get fired today, but for Jason Garrett to rant like that, I mean, for Jerry Jones to rant like that, and to not do anything about it or make any changes, and it just makes you sit there like, well, what the hell did you rant for? Are you just doing this? Are you just trying to put them on edge and get them to get a fire under their butt, and then you'll make the decision at the end of this season? I don't know, but I think that, and I said this last night, guys, that I don't think that you need to fire Jason Garrett right now. You want to go ahead and get through the rest of the season, because again, the Cowboys can always turn it around. They still got a good shot to go to the playoffs because the Eagles are playing like booty juice. And at the end of the day, you still have an opportunity to get the NFC division championship title. Now, you win the NFC East, it'll be the first time, since 2004, I think, when the Eagles did it, going back to back playoffs. So, but we ain't talking about playoffs right now because we just got to start winning just some games and just figure some things out. Like I said, very short turnaround. Thursday will be here for you know it. Tomorrow's already Tuesday. So this is more like their Wednesday and Thursday, where it is preparation for the next team because you are playing Thursday. So Antoine Woods is not playing. He sprained his MCL in the game. So we're not going to have him. So that means that, is there a Tristan Hill sighting? Tristan Hill's more than likely going to play in the game, and he's going to help out in the middle of Christian Covington. So hope these guys can stack up. I got to do my research on the Bills and see how their offense is. I haven't really been paying much to them until we get to this week, to the situation. But again, it's a short turnaround. You got to play for You got to get ready for Thanksgiving. Now, I know some of you guys said that you probably don't want to watch the Thanksgiving game because if they lose, you don't want it to ruin your turkey day. You don't want it to ruin your family time. I completely understand that, and I dig it. Trust me. I look at our team in general, what we have right now, and I'm just like, we have all this talent, and we can't. We just don't seem to be putting it over the hump with that, and it's just like it's it's ridiculous. And I understand why the fan base is tired, because I'm tired of it too. I'm tired. I'm tired. But because I'm a vlogger, I got to talk about it. And even with talking about it, it just sometimes it make you more mad. Sometimes you might have a situation where somebody is there and you just do what you got to do. But I don't know. Um, I really wanted that win because it's just the scrutiny that the Cowboys get. It's just like you turn around and it's like, oh, you guys choked, or you guys can't beat above 500 team, and it's like blah 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 blah. Blah. That's all you hear. And they're like, oh no, Dak can't get over the hump. They're blaming Dak. It's hilarious. I don't know what's up with Ezekiel Elliott running with a whole bath towel on the back of him. That was interesting too. Even his mother tweeted like, "Why is my son playing out there with a whole hotel bath towel behind him tucked in his pants?" I don't. I just don't. I don't understand it. I don't know if he just did that to be funny or what, but it's hilarious. I'm surprised when people tackled him, they didn't pull that thing. But I don't know. I just can only hope for better days. So, like I said, Thursday 4:30, play the Bills. I'll be getting trying to get prepped for that. Such a short turnaround. I literally have to do my matchup right then and there. I actually might do my matchup that morning, before Thanksgiving, before I head with family. So we'll try to figure that out. But definitely want to get that to you guys. Sorry to be long winded, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot to process, and I know that you guys are fed up. I know you are, but win, lose, or draw, man, you still gotta rep your team. If you're a true Dallas Cowboy fan, you're gonna be here. I had I forgot who it was, but somebody was in the comments and they said that I hate to say this, but I wish the Cowboys would lose the rest of the game just so Jason Garrett can get fired quicker. I hear you. I hear you. Trust and believe me, I hear you, brother. But me personally, as a fan, I could never wish my team to lose a game. Hell, I'll never root against them, even though sometimes, a lot of times, they let me down. I'm not gonna return that favor. I'm not gonna be the one to say that as well. So I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it handle itself. How about that? Um, you never know if it ends up being that. That's what it is. But you know for damn sure that he's gonna be gone if that in fact happens. But I think that we have an opportunity to get a W over the Bills. I think we have an opportunity to get a W over the Bears that Thursday after that. So um, it's gonna be interesting to say the least. Teams are surging right now. The Ravens are surging. They're kicking the crap out of the Rams right now. So again, it's any given Sunday. You never know what'll happen. You never know. You just got to play your cards right and play what's dealt and do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. So we'll be talking about the Bills going forward for the rest of this short week. Thank God it's a short week because I need my rest. It's just I'm just mini vacation. That's what I need. So I promised you guys I was gonna get the video in, so there it is. Boom. Sorry it's late, but it's still in Monday. Let me know what you guys think about the New England game overall. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be talking about the erroneous tripping calls because we tripping. So with that being said, y'all, thanks again to all my subscribers. I appreciate you guys that came in the live stream and listened to me last night. You guys are awesome. Love the support you guys give me. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you can get this content from your boy. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a great evening.